Thank you, Madam Toastmaster. Toastmasters, guests, leadership, well, it's neither a title or a position. And in fact, it's actually a collection of actions or things that we do. And sometimes, just sometimes, you can explain and display leadership through Disney quotes. So Toastmaster has this new thing where now, by answering a survey and a series of questions, you can figure out what kind of leadership style you possess. And it'll rank it from 1 to 10, 10 being the worst, and 1 being the highest, and you're probably the most favorite. And it turns out that a lot of us will probably share similar leadership styles. I know that I was surprised that I ranked highest when it came to coaching. Next, innovation, being affiliative, and lastly, bureaucracy. Yeah, bureaucracy. As an engineer, it's kind of it was a surprise because it comes to real rules and being in compliance and having structure. But turns out that's my least favorite thing. Um, First quote for the night: when life gets you down, what do? We keep swimming, we keep swimming, we keep swimming, swimming, swimming. What do? We swim, swim. Those are the famous words of Dory the fish from Finding Nemo. When it comes to coaching, and a perfect display in the movie Finding Nemo is Dory's trying to help out to find Nemo. He got lost in this so-called large body of water, and now they're wandering endlessly through adventure in order to find Nemo. So, I mean, if you haven't seen it, you haven't watched it, spoiler alert, but he's kind of out in some dentist office just hanging out with his other fish friends. But the important part about Dory is the fact that she remained calm and she used adventure as a way to explain and define a life-changing moment where, okay, well, things don't look so great now, but they can be better, and we will find Nemo one way or another. Historically speaking, I don't think there's really many Disney movies that have terrible or sad endings, so that we weren't disappointed here. So if we use a real life example, when it comes to coaching, I love mentoring students. A lot of the questions that they have are on career and how to get started. Something simple as, how do I obtain an internship? A lot of the times it's, well, get your resume together, find a mentor that is willing to coach you through the process. And then you repeat. There's a lot of disappointment along the way, but eventually you will get that first yes. The next quote might sound familiar. Oh, yes, the past can hurt, but the way I see it, you can either run from it or learn from it. Not the greatest Rafiki voice, but that's who that was in the movie The Lion King. When it comes to innovation, it's about making mistakes. It takes a lot of creativity and courage, and sometimes just terrible Disney lines that are not presented in the best fashion. But the whole point is we try something new, we fail along the way, and then make it better. One example, because of COVID, well, we're not really allowed to be in social environments. Our company Christmas was canceled, and so we were told, hey, you can't exchange gifts. How are they going to shut down Christmas at the office when that's one of the things that we look forward to every year, on top of the annual bonus checks? So I had the brilliant, smart remark, hey, why don't we use an online service, something like Amazon, and just mail each other gifts based on interests that we have and we know of each other? Fair enough. What started off as a joke ended up actually happening. So we're actually using a service, Elfly, and we're going to mail each other gifts. So whether we like it or not, we're going to receive something in the mail. And we're still compliant, which was probably the most important part for management. This was the innovative. Now, when it comes to affiliation, I'm a part of several organizations, but there's this one in particular that is just so strange. Because this group of individuals, they love to speak in public, and they actually enjoy it. Like, I've never understood it. and I keep showing up. But I think the important part here is that it's nurturing, it's positive, and we encourage each other through positive feedback. In the movie Remember the Titans, there's a famous scene where you're in the locker room, things get out of hand, it's a bunch of guys, a lot of testosterone running around, and eventually close to a fight breaks out. But it took a leader to play a radio, and then the jam might sound familiar. Ain't no mountain high, ain't no valley low, ain't no river wide enough, baby. If you need me, call me, no matter where you are, no matter how far, and that's it. And sometimes it takes a leader to just laugh at themselves in order to hype up the rest of the group. So I learned that these three things were the top for me. And maybe some of you can relate to them. Not so much the terrible delivery on the Disney quotes or the Ain't No Mountain High song. And then when it came to the last one, bureaucracy, I was a little blown away. Again, I'm an engineer. We're strict on compliance per our customers when it comes to the Department of Defense. But hey, I know that rules aren't my thing because I like to think out of the box. I am an engineer. I'm also a realtor. I'm writing a book. And when it comes to books, well, you really do have to think out of the box if you want to become a successful publisher. And just putting words onto a document it takes a lot of creativity and not being so tough on yourself. And when it comes to rules, we are tough on ourselves. So these were and these are leadership styles presented by Disney, not sponsored, but presented by Disney. Thank you, Madam Roastmaster. Back to you.